Why would I hold a man for ransom when my scope like Richard Branson? Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the man in black is seasoned with my patterns. Pretty girls, you think I'm handsome, just coasting through these matches. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. Keep it moving, trying to be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explore this war before I go.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Ford Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Ready.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll be out right at the 35. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field. And they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Lions had a struggling 3-13 now on the year, and they come in mired in a brutal stretch right now, losers of 8 straight games.
Could you imagine being in those coaches' rooms right now? And you remember the old expression, there's no such thing as a bad idea? That's really true right here. They're searching for any idea, anything that can galvanize this team and find a victory and get them out of this losing spin.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Hooker. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. A good pickup there, 20 yards. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 47 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Hooker. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Now Hooker. Jones goes diving, and he's got it. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Patterson back out there to send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle there by Malcolm Rodriguez. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win again here in Detroit, they'd pull off the season sweep. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Kirby Joseph just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Julian Okwara. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, that's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. That is caught. He's got the first down and more than that. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Okay, break.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Second down and 8. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Hooker. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And a quick throw here. That's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. K.J. Osborne. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Now a 2nd and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Pat to 60, pat to 60. Ready.
2nd and 10, Hooker back to the air. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll get this out to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
Here we go.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Go.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Hooker. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Hooker going to chase things up a bit. Back to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Ready, ready.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing. Hooker. And he whips that one incomplete there.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. St. Brown in motion right.
19.
3rd down, Hooker looks to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And how about this, a fake? And he's going to let it go deep. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their 2nd pick on 2 drives.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A 1st down throw for Cousins. He lets one go deep for Addison. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Hooker to throw it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Following the interception, Cousins. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Cousins again. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards, the final tally.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's Cousins. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Touchdown! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Looking to throw, Hooker. That's complete to the Porter. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Inside the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. 67 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Hooker, he's going to move him around a little bit here. They go play action here on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback And they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Cousins now. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. They run again with Hunt. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Cousins now from the 50. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On play action, Cousins. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Offense was moving them a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On second down, Cousins again. Over the middle and hauled in by Osborne. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now a 2nd and 6. Throwing is Cousins. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And going to the box is a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
3rd and 2. Here's Hooker. He's got his target. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Hooker on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Second down and 6 now. Back to the ground. Oh, he put it on the carpet, fumble. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Here now, 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 39-yard line.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second down and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 76 yards on the ground now for Hunt. It'll be a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
That he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw is Cousins. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jack Campbell in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. This a 2nd and 8. Now Cousins.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Cowboy 80.
On second down, this is Jackson trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field downfield. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. Hooker, it's complete. Swings it out to his running back. Escaping the pressure, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On 3rd down, Cousins. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And this one is right through.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here we go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
65 cat, 65 cat.
Here's Hooker to throw it. That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Ready up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
79 Broncos.
Here's Hooker. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Hooker throwing again on 2nd down. His throw incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.